Welcome, everybody. Mike Brenner coming back to you, Sports Book Review. It's Major League Baseball time right around the corner, and I'm talking today with Mark Lathrop, our expert handicapper on Major League Baseball, and he is back with his method of using Sabermetrics to predict wins against the over and under totals. Okay, this is a great prop bet that can build your bank. Mark, glad to have you on with us, and if you will, break this down for us and explain to our viewers about Sabermetrics and how it can profit them.
Well, if you remember what Sabermetrics really started out as is a valuation tool for Billy Beane and crew in Oakland to make their payroll dollars go a little farther because they were under budget. And so Sabermetrics and WAR or win above replacement is really just a way to value a player based on runs produced. And so what they found was that, on base percentage, some of those other metrics, say a walk is just as good as a single, made that player just as valuable as somebody who's hitting 350 and, getting on base that way.
Wow.
So they were valuing players against the free agent market differently. And it's the same way here. We have a futures market that is listing teams and wins and over-under. And we can take those players' WAR rankings, aggregate them, and create a projected win total based on the sum of the parts of the teams.
Okay, well, that's an interesting breakdown. Now, what we want to talk about today is the NL East season wins. So if you can kind of go through and let us know what team might hold the edge or who might be the dark horse to cash tickets for our viewers, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, the NL East is a strange animal. Last season, the Mets kind of blew up the projections, and what happens when that occurs is one other team is going to fall off, and last year that was the Nationals. Now this year, the team that sticks out as really being, I guess, more than what the market believes it is the Braves, and they're down in the basement with Philadelphia, and this happened last year in the NL West as the Diamondbacks and Rockies were both predicted to be in the basement, but only really one could be because the wins have to go somewhere. And so I like the Braves as a good over pick, and they're showing significant value on the WAR side to get over their pretty low threshold, which I think now is at 66.5.
And how about the Phillies? How are you feeling about them this year as far as their totals with over and unders?
The Sabermetrics projections said Phillies were going to be the worst team in baseball last year, and they were the worst team in baseball last year. So they nailed them, and I don't see a reason to fade the projection that had it right last year at this point.
Wow. How about the Miami Marlins? They've got some pitching that's looking pretty good, some prospects coming up. They've made some additions on the offseason. How do you see the Marlins doing this year as far as their win total, Mark?
I'm taking a pass on the Marlins. One of the reasons why, and you'll see if you dig in, maybe go on Fangraphs and just see what the players are ranked as. The Marlins have a very high risk of injury derailing their season, and that's basically Giancarlo Stanton. If he goes down for any significant amount of time, and he is projected to put up 7 wins or more, those go out the window, and you don't know what you're going to get in as far as a replacement player.
Now, the New York Mets last year just kind of blew up in the win column. They've got a really solid pitching staff. This team made some waves last year. Are they going to make that same noise this year? And do you see this New York Mets team surpassing the predicted win total that has been put out there in the futures?
Well, they've got a pretty steep bar set for them at 89.5. What they do have is great depth in their pitching rotation, and that's one of the things that you look at for these projection systems is they project based on the same 5 starters starting every day, and that just doesn't happen. I'm a Mariner fan, so last time that happened for the Mariners, it was in 2001. They won 116 games. So if anybody could exceed their expectations, it'd be the Mets because of their extreme pitching depth.
Now, the Washington Nationals, Mark, this team had a lot of injury issues last year, just a lot of internal issues, Bryce Harper,
Right.
things of that nature, Jason Worth. What's your feel on the Washington Nationals this year, and do they have a chance to possibly cash a ticket, with a total in the win column?
Well, I'm technically passing on the Nationals with the Braves and Phillies, expected to be, 10 games or more under 500, and the unbalanced schedule. It is not out of the realm of possibility that both the Mets and Nationals end up with more than 90 wins.
Okay.
And that's just basically the reason.
Okay. But as an official pick, you would let our viewers know you think Atlanta is the team to cash that ticket and surpass that total?
That's my team in the East. The method says pass on the rest, but the projections show enough of a difference between the over-under listed and the projected win total to take a stab at the Braves.
Well, numbers don't lie, Mark, so I kind of like where you're going with that, and this is very interesting. Viewers, tune in for more of Sabermetrics. We're going to go ahead and break down the other divisions in Major League Baseball and kind of give you a heads up and what Mark's picks are. And also, viewers, go to our sports picks page for Major League Baseball. Mark writes some great articles, and he puts out some great handicapping games, so check that out. You will not be disappointed. Mark, thanks so much for being with us. I look forward to getting back with you again real soon and breaking down another division.